the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rob Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Armed Forces of the Philippines stands firm in conducting sea patrols with allies in West Philippine Sea. Siyasi Sulu declared redo-free and gun-free municipality and peace-centered community. Humanitarian aid to Basyong-affected families reaches 82 million pesos. Octa survey shows majority of Filipinos believe government can address national problems. Good day everyone, especially to our troops at Camp Emilio Aguinaldo in Quezon City. Today is Tuesday, February 10, and this is AFP Community News, your source for the updates on the armed forces and other developments across the country. In behalf of Rob Suzon, this is Jai Simbahon here to bring you today's stories.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And the Armed Forces of the Philippines reaffirmed its stand to continue conducting patrols in the West Philippine Sea together with its allies. This came following China's statement saying that this move undermines peace and stability in the region. Philippine Navy spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, Rear Admiral Roy Vincent Trinidad, said the Chinese Communist Party has been the source of instability in areas that lie within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. Meanwhile, Rear Admiral Trinidad emphasized that the AFP's exercises in Bajo de Masinloc are scheduled, duly coordinated, and pre-approved and are within the country's EEZ.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And the municipality of Siyasi was officially declared a redo-free and gun-free municipality and peace-centered municipality or community during a declaration ceremony held at the Laminusa Island Covered Court, Barangay Kongkong, Siyasi, Sulu. The declaration was made possible through a joint initiative of the 11th Infantry Alakdan Division led by the 104th Infantry Para sa Bayan Battalion in partnership with the local government unit of Siyasi and the Sulu Provincial Police Office. In his message, 11th Infantry Division and Joint Task Force Orion Commander Major General Leonardo I. Peña lauded the collective efforts of all the stakeholders and urged the community to protect and sustain the gains achieved to guarantee that future generations will no longer experience the conflicts of the past. Meanwhile, the event marked a significant milestone in the municipality's continuing peace and security efforts.
DWDD Armed Forces News. Armed Forces Radio.
And now let us hear some information from Joanne about Philippine Military Academy breaks ground for Henry C. Senior Hall, advancing the PMA growth plan. Joanne?
Under the PMA Growth Plan, the Henry C. Senior Hall will help support the Academy's projected increase in cadet population and enhance living, dining, and training conditions in line with the PMA's transformation into a globally competitive defense learning institution. The Academy, in turn, reiterates its commitment to produce leaders of character who are globally competitive and operationally ready, ensuring that the legacy behind the Henry C. Senior Hall is reflected in the future officers of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. This is John Sagak reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Joanne.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And the municipality of Tapul, together with 11th Infantry Alakdan Division, formally concluded the Barangay Peacekeeping Action Team Responders Training, Class 08-2026, in a closing ceremony held at the Kalang Covered Court, Barangay Kalang, Tapul, Sulu. The program aimed to equip community-based responders with essential skills to serve as force multipliers in maintaining peace and order, responding to emergencies, and supporting the efforts of law enforcement and security forces. A total of 65 BPAT members from 6 barangays successfully completed the training. Meanwhile, 11th ID and Joint Task Force Orion Commander Major General Leonardo I. Peña emphasized that BPAT members served as the eyes and ears of their barangays by providing timely information to the military and police.
D Armed Forces News.
And the 101st Infantry 3 Red Arrows Brigade facilitated the voluntary surrender of loose firearms and explosives at the headquarters of Joint Task Group 3 Red Arrows, Barangay Matalin, Malabang, Lanao del Sur. During the said surrender, 8 individuals voluntarily surrendered and turned over assorted explosives, a crew-served weapon, and a high-powered firearms. The items surrendered include 80 hand grenades, 1 RPG, 2 rounds of RPG anti-tank ammunition, 3 KG-9 pistols with magazine, 3 Garand rifles, 14 rounds of 9mm ammunition, and 10 rounds of 7.62mm ammunition. The surrender highlighted a major breakthrough to the military's steadfast commitment to eliminating loose firearms and advancing peace through collaborative and decisive security operations.
DWDD Armed Forces News. Armed Forces Radio.
From Leonor, more updates about 1st Scout Ranger Regiment proudly welcomes Musang 17. Leonor?
The men and women of the 1st Scout Ranger Regiment under the steadfast leadership of Brigadier General Isagani Criste Philippine Army proudly welcomed the arrival of the Musang 17, a newly acquired bus that will play a crucial role in the unit's operations. Designed to improve troops' mobility, the Musang 17 is set to enhance operational readiness, support logistical movements, and provide safe, efficient transportation for personnel during field missions and exercises. Its acquisition reflects the regiment's ongoing commitment to strengthening the capabilities of its Scout Rangers in the performance of their critical duties. With the addition of the Musang 17, the 1st Scout Ranger Regiment is better equipped to respond swiftly to operational demands while maintaining high standards of readiness and service to the nation. This is Leonor Tanap reporting for AFP Community News, 1FP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Leonor.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And the 11th Infantry Alakdan Division recognized troops for their acts of extraordinary courage through an awarding ceremony held at the Alakdan Covered Court, Kota General Teodolfo Bautista, Barangay Busbus, Hulu-Sulu. During the ceremony, 6 personnel were conferred awards for their heroism among the 39 Alakdan troopers who survived the MV Trishna Kirsten 3 tragedy. In his message, 11th ID and Joint Task Force Orion Commander Major General Leonardo I. Peña honored the courage of the survivors and emphasized that their actions embody the true meaning of selfless service. Meanwhile, the remaining awardees are set to be recognized in a subsequent ceremony.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And for our national news,
DWDD National News.
the Department of Social Welfare and Development has extended more than 82 million in humanitarian aid to families and individuals affected by the combined effects of Tropical Storm Bashang and the shear line. Assistant Secretary Irene Dumlao said the humanitarian aid included 78,191 family food packs, 6,225 ready-to-eat food boxes, and non-food items. The assistance was distributed to disaster-affected families in Bicol Region, Western Visayas, Central Visayas, Eastern Visayas, Zamboanga Peninsula, Northern Mindanao, Davao Region, Negros Island Region, and the Caraga. The DSWD is also providing psychosocial first aid for internally displaced persons and play therapy-based psychosocial activities for internally displaced children.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
On the other line, let us hear more from Jess about 22nd Infantry Battalion extends assistance to residents in Barangay La Esperanza. Jess?
Yes, good afternoon. On February 9, 2026, troops of Alpha Company, 22nd Infantry Battalion, 9th Infantry Division, Philippine Army conducted a bayanihan activity in Barangay La Esperanza, Santa Magdalena, Sorsogon, led by First Lieutenant JPB Marangan, Infantry Philippine Army, in coordination with barangay officials headed by Punong Barangay Honorable Ricardo E. Preza. The activity aimed to provide manpower assistance to motorists and residents to ensure their safe passage across the spillway bridge, which was affected by continuous heavy rainfall that caused strong water currents in the area. This initiative highlights the Philippine Army's continued commitment, readiness, and dedication to assisting communities, especially during this time of disaster, as part of its advocacy to maintain peace, order, and public safety. This is Jess from Solcom reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Jess.
DWDD National News.
And the Department of Agriculture has formed a technical working group to oversee rice importation and maintain a stable supply and price of rice in local markets. DA Secretary Francisco Chu Laurel said they have to work fast as speed and discipline are non-negotiable. Among the key targets is to ensure that actual price import volume will temper retail prices but will not overwhelm supply coming from local producers. The TWG is mandated to enhance oversight functions on rice importation, prompting license-based access verified by performance instead of ad hoc approvals.
DWDD National News.
And the majority of Filipinos believe the national government is capable of addressing the country's problem. This is based on the latest Tugon ng Masa survey conducted by Okta Research. 55% expressed trust in the national government's ability to handle issues effectively, while 20% expressed distrust. Meanwhile, 25% remains undecided or ambivalent, indicating that although confidence in government performance is present, it is not yet firmly consolidated.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
And now some information from Meljoy about 17th Infantry Battalion conducts educational and skills building activity for BSP and GSP students in Cagayan. Meljoy?
Yes, good afternoon. The 17th Infantry Battalion through Charlie Company, together with the Municipal Police Station of Bagao, barangay officials in collaboration with the Ligadig Elementary School, successfully conducted an educational and skill-building activity for Boy Scouts of the Philippines and Girl Scouts of the Philippines students at the Ligadig Elementary School, barangay Santa Margarita, Bagao, Cagayan. During the event, children learned survival skills like knot tying and basic first aid procedures, team-building exercises that promoted cooperation and camaraderie, and tree planting activity aimed at fostering environmental awareness and responsibility. This sought to build self-reliance, teamwork, practical knowledge for disaster preparedness, and leadership among young learners, as well as inculcate discipline and a strong sense of responsibility at a young age to emphasize the need to be prepared to assist others in times of need. By maintaining strong and consistent partnership with educational institutions, the battalion reinforces its dedication to youth development and nation building by nurturing a generation of socially responsible, confident, and community-minded future leaders prepared to contribute positively to society. This is Meljoy Nesho Arroco reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Meljoy.
DWDD National News.
And the Department of Health is set to issue a new policy expanding zero balance billing coverage. This aims to include pay wards or shared rooms for Philippine Health Insurance Corporation, direct contributors in all DOH hospitals. Health Secretary Teodoro Herbosa noted that the planned department memorandum circular will direct all DOH hospitals to provide zero balance billing for PhilHealth members who regularly pay their contributions, particularly workers from the middle income sector. The DOH chief added that patients are also hoping to get better accommodation. Herbosa said President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. heard their appeal and directed the DOH to come up with a program that would allow PhilHealth direct contributors to receive improved hospital accommodations without additional charges.
DWDD National News.
And government officials and lawmakers agreed on a set of immediate and longer-term measures to stabilize the sugar industry. This comes as declining farm gate prices, refining constraints, and market uncertainty continue to pressure farmers and stakeholders. Agriculture Secretary Francisco Chu Laurel Jr. and other officials are mapping a coordinated response that aligns immediate measures with longer-term structural reforms for the industry. Central to the plan is the initiation of stakeholder consultations to propose amendments to the Sugar Industry Development Act to ensure that the law reflects current industry realities, particularly in refining performance, importation policy alignment, and the institutionalization of regular consultations.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
And now let us hear more updates from Gina about 106th Infantry Battalion facilitates voluntary surrender of firearms and grenade in Zamboanga, Sibugay. Gina?
Yes, Jai, the 106th Infantry Battalion successfully facilitated the voluntary surrender of several loose firearms and grenade during a peace and security activity at Bravo Company Headquarters in Barangay Libertad, Tongawan, Zamboanga, Sibugay. 5 residents of Tongawan turned over assorted firearms collected, including a .50 caliber rifle, a U.S. carbine .30 caliber M1 rifle, 2 shotguns, .38 caliber revolver, a 5.56 mm pistol, a 12 gauge pistol shotgun, and 1 hand grenade. In a statement, the 1st Infantry Division Commander Major General Yegor P. Baroquillo Jr. commended the civilians for their cooperation, emphasizing that the voluntary surrender reflects the improving peace and order situation and the growing trust of communities in the government's peace initiatives. The 1st Infantry Division continues to intensify its engagement efforts to curb the proliferation of loose firearms and sustain lasting peace and security in Western Mindanao. This is Gina reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Gina.
DWDD National News.
And the Senate Committee on Basic Education raised the need to standardize the cost of classroom construction across all government modalities. This comes as lawmakers scrutinize public-private partnerships alongside projects undertaken by the Department of Public Works and Highways and local government units. Senator Bam Aquino said the government must ensure that classrooms are built at the right price, in the right way, and at the right time. Based on studies cited by education agencies, the cost of building a standard classroom has ranged from about 1.5 million to 4 million, depending on the implementing modality.
DWDD National News.
And Malacanang said it was still reviewing the accomplishment reports submitted by the Independent Commission for Infrastructure, while President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. considered the panel's next steps. Palace Press Officer Claire Castro said the report has been transmitted to the Office of the Executive Secretary and is currently under study. Castro did not confirm whether the President had read the report. She also did not give information whether there had been formal communications between the President and the ICI Chairperson Andres Reyes Jr. following the submission on February 6.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
And now let us hear more from Shaira about 9th Marine Rifle Battalion enhances cybersecurity awareness through digital OPSEC lecture. Shaira?
Yes, good afternoon.
The 502nd Infantry Brigade conducted practical exercise on immediate action drill as part of the company integration training exercise, thus Shiro 1 at headquarters, 502nd Infantry Brigade. The activity gathered 246 personnel from various units under the 502nd Brigade, including the 95th and 80th.
The 9th Marine Rifle Battalion actively participated in a digital OPSEC lecture conducted by Attorney Mon Qatar of the City Information Office with a theme, The Online Enemy, Digital Threats to the Force. The lecture focused on the growing risks posed by social media, online platforms, and digital information, highlighting how digital footprints can impact personal safety, unit security, and operational effectiveness. Participants were reminded of the importance of vigilance and responsible digital behavior in today's information-driven environment. This activity is part of the Red Lions Force Readiness Friday, or the MBLT-9's ongoing program to strengthen the physical, mental, moral, and professional readiness of its Marines through continuous training and education. This is Shai Rivera reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Shaira.
DWDD National News.
The Philippine National Police Women and Children's Protection Center has filed 19 cases against 30 individuals for illegal adoption or online child selling since 2024. PNP WCPC Chief Brigadier General Maria Sheila Portento said 5 cases were filed in 2024, 8 in 2025, and 6 so far this year. Portento added that 1 suspect was convicted in 2024 for human trafficking and violation of Republic Act 7610 or the Special Protection of Children Against Abuse, Exploitation, and Discrimination Act. She also warned that accessibility of online platforms has made child selling more prevalent and alarming.
DWDD National News.
And Malacanang dismissed criticisms directed at Tourism Secretary Cristina Garcia Fasco and Health Secretary Teodoro Herbosa. Palace Press Officer Claire Castro said there have been no discussions between President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. and the 2 officials regarding alleged public dissatisfaction circulating on online social media. She added that both secretaries remain in good standing with the president. Frasco drew flack online over perceived self-promotion and questions on tourism campaign priorities, while Herbosa has been the subject of social media scrutiny linked to broader public concerns on the health system.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
And updates from Shaina about 502nd Brigade conducts immediate action drill during company integration training exercise. Shai?
The 502nd Infantry Brigade conducted practical exercise on immediate action drill as part of the company integration training exercise, thus Shirawan at headquarters 502nd Infantry Brigade. The activity gathered 246 personnel from various units under the 502nd Brigade, including the 95th and 86th Infantry Battalions Forward Support Medical Company, 5th Signal Battalion, and the 2nd Regional Community Defense Group representing Region 2. This activity aims to reinforce standard operating procedures, improve reaction time, and strengthen coordination between the regular troops and the reservists. The immediate action drills is a critical component of the training designed to enhance individual and collective responsiveness to unexpected threats and emergency situations. This is Shane Araneta reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Sha. From our reporter on the ground, let us hear the report of Mojix about 79th Infantry Battalion conducts pulong-pulong and community outreach in Sitio Kalunguman. Mojix?
Yes, good afternoon. As a part of Mobile Community Sustainment Support Program, the 79th Infantry Battalion, Masaligan Battalion, conducted a pulong-pulong with the resident of Sitio Kalungaman, Barangay Hinabungan. The activity provided a venue to discuss insurgency awareness and address community concern, strengthening dialogue and cooperation between resident, local leaders, and security forces. Meanwhile, troops also conducted feeding program and organized parlor games for the children, promoting care, trust, and bayanihan within the community. This activity highlights the 79 IB commitment under the MCSSP to promote peace, enhance community reliance, and reinforce unity by addressing both security concern and the well-being of the resident, especially the youth. This is Mojic for AFP Community News, 1 AFP Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Mojix.
DWDD National News.
And for our final news, the Philippine National Police will investigate and go after the persons behind the alleged death threat against Cebu Governor Pam Baricuatro. The Police Regional Office 7 and the Cebu Police Provincial Office have been directed to intensify intelligence monitoring after Baricuatro barred an alleged 2.5 million peso bounty on her life. PNP Chief General Jose Melancio Nartates Jr. said they have already mobilized their regional personnel not only to step up the security measures but also to identify and run after all those behind this threat. He added that same security measures extend to all public officials who experience the same harassment and threats in the performance of their duty.
DWDD National News.
And that's all for today's broadcast. Thank you for joining us, especially to our audience in our DWDD AFP Radio Facebook page. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for more updates. Same time, same station. Again, this is Jai Simbahon for AFP Community News. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rob Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio. Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio.